Finally. Ta-da! Now every guest knows how educated I am. About 3 years ago, I made the decision of pursuing a higher education. At this point, I'm almost done with my undergraduate in mechanical engineering, which happened to be at the same time as a global pandemic, by the way. But even through it, I knew I wanted to continue something that I very dramatically like to call my pursuit of the skies and beyond. You see, for as long as I can remember, I have been obsessed with aeronautics, space engineering, and the space sciences. As I grew up, my very rare ambition of becoming an astronaut got converged to a more pragmatic aspiration of taking up an engineering role, something that could be found in the career section of some of the companies in this space. I knew I wanted to continue growing as an engineer. I knew that a formal education would open up a lot more doors and expose me to more people and opportunities that I wouldn't be able to get on my own. And so I decided to go to grad school. Now, deciding to go and actually applying to get there are two very different things. It took about a year of preparation, getting all of my test scores in order, writing a statement of purpose, figuring out what direction of research I actually want to pursue when I go there, and what general domain of work I'm actually interested in doing. All of this had to happen before the submit button was clicked. And a few months later, the decision started rolling in.
Hi, so it's February 21st today, and I just want to update regarding the situation. But yeah, I think by the end of this week, I'll at least be getting 1 or 2 decisions. And I'm a little nervous, but it's okay, I guess we'll find out.
Hello there. So it's the day of the interview and I decided to take a walk. So here I am outside enjoying this lovely weather. Let me show you what it looks like.
I just got done with my interview. It went quite well. I don't want to jinx anything, but it went really well, and I'm really hoping that I get it.
We are again ready to get interviewed for the second time. It's 7:37. Interview starts at 8. I'll tell you how it goes.
Oh my god!
So it is March 30th and I finally have the decision. It's taken 3 months, almost 4 months. I submitted on 1st December. And this is my last grad school application. How are you feeling?
I'm excited.
Okay.
Waiting for it for since long.
Yes, true. Okay. Congratulations on being accepted.
You know when you're chasing something for a really long time? There is that moment when you finally get it and you get to look up and see what you've been missing through all of that. I spent months obsessing over how I could change my work, change myself, become this ideal candidate to be accepted to this university. I was so focused on doing that I never stopped to think about what it meant to actually get accepted and then leave. It was only when the checklist started coming in, when my life at home got picked up and packed up into 3 suitcases, when I could see how much my parents wanted to tell me and how difficult it was becoming for them to say goodbye. It was then that it truly hit that this wasn't just a new beginning. In a way, it was end of the life that I knew, and it was, in all sense of the word, a goodbye. But anyway, enough of this sappy stuff. So going to grad school meant a new country, a new city, new people around me, and possibly a way to reinvent myself. Basically a fresh start. As an aerospace major, I was learning about the fundamentals of flight, nuances of systems engineering, the design processes adopted to build something as complex as an aircraft or satellite. I got to take policy classes to learn about how resources on the moon can be regulated. I attended math classes to revisit my struggles with differential equations, and I was doing research. While
Well, I started off by learning what research actually is, how to identify gaps in the literature, and I learned how brutal peer review can be. More importantly, at school, I was learning how to communicate, how to articulate exactly what it is that I'm working on and why that work is important. That is especially something that has fundamentally changed the way I interact with people today. But more than these academic and technical learnings, I was also learning how to take care of myself. This was the first time that I had been away from home in my entire life. And on top of that, I was in a new country. I had to open up a bank account, get a new phone, do my taxes, think about what to cook every single day, basically keep myself alive while making sure that I'm not falling behind my classes. And don't even get me started about looking for internships. It was quite the adventure. 2 years passed by and graduation came around. I got to walk with my cap and gown, get a fake degree on the stage. They actually just mail you the real one. And I finally got to call myself an alumni. There were so many times in those 2 years that I thought I wasn't supposed to be here. That I wasn't smart enough, or I wasn't working hard enough, or I just wasn't passionate enough to be doing these things that the people around me were doing. And the only thing that got me through these weird phases were the people in my life. And so as I walked that stage, all I really truly felt was gratitude. Gratitude to my parents for giving me this life, to my sister, to my advisor who pretty much changed my life by picking me for this program. I was so thankful for the friends I met through school who were by my side through it all. All of these people were the giants whose shoulders I stood on to get that expensive piece of paper. So, what's next for me? I could not delay going into the adult world anymore, so I had to get a job. I packed up my stuff again. 3 suitcases became 3 boxes this time, and I moved to another brand new place to start from scratch. The good news is that I'm slightly less scared than I was when I first moved 3 years ago. So I'd call that some non-linear progress. But the whole reason for this video and the whole reason why I think grad school is always going to hold a very special place in my heart is because it proved to me that I could do difficult things. My time there instilled in me techniques to think more critically. It influenced the way I communicate with people, and I just met so many amazing people through it. Don't get me wrong, it was hard as hell on some days. But now, being on the other side, I think I'm better off having done that.